Hi everyone, I bring you all an elemental well build. Here's a bit of foreword before I go on. I main a Titan, so when I play a Warlock it is typically just to play bottom tree Stormcaller or bottom tree Voidwalker, as I just like the playstyles of those abilities. Also, when my raid team just needs a Well of Radiance that desperately. The idea of this build is to resurrect a subclass that is so underused. Our main focus is being able to melee frequently while also having Arc Buddy for additive damage and ability generation through mods and perk synergy that I will go over in just a bit. Elemental Well is a combat style mod that was introduced in Season of the Chosen. They are clunky and don't get a lot of use due to several factors. You can't use this combat style inside of the Crucible, however, you can spawn a well and use them in Gambit and make use of the buffs there. Something that you might not know about this combat style is that they are instanced, meaning everyone can pick up your elemental well and you can pick it up as well, which is the polar opposite of a Warmind cell build, where if one person shoots at a Warmind it blows up and no one else can interact with it. The build revolves around the perk Rising Storm, where using your melee has extended range and will recharge your melee, grenade, and super energy. And also Crown of Tempests, where arc ability kills will increase the recharge rate of your arc abilities and extend the duration of Storm Trance. So we are constantly cycling the melee and gaining super energy in return. This build excels at ad clearing, and I find it will be strongest in raids where you need someone for major clearing, or Gambit where you need someone that can drop motes quickly and efficiently. The build does not require any specific weapons, but feel free to run Monte Carlo for its Makarov Chain, Traveler's Chosen for its Gathering Light, or use any weapon that can roll either Wellspring, Thresh, or Demolitionist. Now here's what my artifact looks like so far in the season. There are only two mods that matter, and one is Hands-On, which is tier 2, and Well of Potency, which is tier 5. More on Potency in just a bit. So there are several moving pieces to this build. As said before, we make use of the exotic helmet Crown of Tempests, where arc ability kills will increase the recharge rate of our arc abilities. Also, you can extend the duration of Storm Trance as you get kills. We have slotted the following mods in. Hands-On, we use 2 of these, yes they do stack, which gives bonus super energy on melee kills, 1 strength mod as we are attempting to cycle our melee out a lot and can make use of the regeneration from the strength stat. We also have a melee well maker mod slotted, which allows our charged melee kills to spawn an elemental well. Our gauntlets don't have room for much, and I made sure that I didn't use much mod energy, as you do want room for your champion mods, especially for unstoppable fusion rifles, which has an energy cost of 6. The mods we're using here are a strength mod. This is a running theme for the build, as well as Well of Ions, which gives our next melee increased damage when we pick up an elemental well. It is also important to note that the gauntlet must be arc to slot an arc elemental well mod. Our chest slot needs resistances, especially to melee, and we want to make use of a concussive dampener, as most attacks in Destiny 2 are AoE or splash based. You will be in melee range of a lot of enemies usually, and you don't get much room for error as you don't heal on melee kills unless you opt for Karnstein's armlets, but then that would defeat the purpose of this. We are also slotting in the Well of Potency mod I mentioned earlier, which allows us to gain super energy upon picking up a matching elemental well. Note that this armor will require stasis energy in order to slot in a stasis mod. This season is all about fusion rifles, so I have a fusion rifle scavenger mod slotted, but feel free to slot any other scavenger mod in its place. Again, we make use of a strength mod. We are also using Orbs of Restoration, which greatly improves the recharge rate of our abilities, and lastly, we are using Elemental Ordnance, which allows us to create elemental wells when we kill with our grenades. Lastly is our bond. It will require arc, we once again use a strength mod, and now we use outreach, which reduces our melee cooldown when using our class ability. And finally, we are using overcharge wellmaker, which spawns 2 arc elemental wells when you use a finisher. This is a great help to amping up the charge time of our super, as well as refreshing our abilities even faster. So the way the build works is simple. In PvE/Gambit, you start an engagement by casting your Rift, and then you melee a combatant, which will also use your melee in return. It is wise to use your melee on a combatant that is weak to guarantee a melee kill, or use this ability to make an enemy weak, then you use a finisher. Use your grenade on groups of enemies, and make sure you are using your finisher on combatants that are low enough you will spawn elemental wells and pick them up immediately. Make sure you are always casting your Rift when it is up so that you have Arc Buddy helping you secure kills. This build is meant to make use of Bottom Tree's Rising Storm perk, which makes your melee recharge your abilities, especially your super, a lot faster. So you will constantly be cycling your melee, and when your super is ready, pop it immediately, as you will end up getting it back super quickly. The TLDR is just Rift, melee, grenade, and then use super if it is up. Inside of endgame PvE, however, never put yourself in a position where you have to melee, especially inside of Grandmaster difficulty. Only melee when you are sure you have the upper hand, and use finishers when appropriate. Place a Rift in all engagements when possible, and throw grenades where enemies are clumped together. Use your super where the team needs strong ad clear. And that is the build. Please be sure to comment on what you think of the build, as this is my first build guide and I just really want to make use of this new combat style, as I don't hear it talked about much due to its clunkiness. This build does feel overpowered, but that is mainly due to the artifact mods, and I surmise that once the season has ended in 6 months time, it will be in a good spot for those that just want a melee centric Warlock build. And also, you have Arc Buddy, so use it. I plan on making a guide for Titans and Hunter using these mods, so give this video a thumbs up and I will see you all next time. I leave you now with some gameplay using this build inside of Gambit. Thanks for watching. This guy's using shards. Like that. Is that good shit?
Oh yeah, by the way, I went over to the clan chick. She had a fuck ton of gear for me waiting.
Yeah. That's how it happens. Especially for people that just come back.
So Ikora is just still useless.
Yep.
Alright.
No, she was useful last season.
Define useful.
She was in charge, technically.
As far as I'm aware, she didn't have many lines for being in charge.
True.
Yeah, it was like kind of after Cade died, she just stands there now. She's just there.
I feel that. Hey Mello, by the way.
Hey.
I just alt-tabbed. What are you doing? We'll join up in the next 2 matches. I just want to have enough footage.
Yeah, no worries, all good.
Yeah, he's reporting himself being a god.
He has found the build. The build that will propel him to YouTube glory.
To godhood.
And of godhood.
The right to be a god.
That right is now mine. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Oh man, I don't know why I didn't think of that before.
Oh, no, this is Kenny. He, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go fuck myself. This is Kenny. He used to be the OG Hell Jumpy for Destiny 2. He used to be.
Shucks. Hey, this guy gets the RE5 reference.
Oh yeah.
Hey, he's alright in my book.
High value target. Track it down. Invader's gone. Get him next time.
Alright.
Sharp, he fucked me up. I had 15 modes, he fucked me up, Sharp.
I know.
Sharp.
I was there.
Thanks, Sharp. You were there for me in my time of need.
Yeah, I died with you.
Oh. Thanks, Sharp.
Was it worth it?
No.
Ah.
It was Eyes of Tomorrow in the back. So
Noble doesn't even know what eyes is yet.
I didn't even see it coming. I didn't even hear it coming. It just.
Oh, Noble. Noble.
What?
We're getting Gowlerhorn back, bud. Like, real shit. As a what? As a fucking... What
You have to buy the. You have to go through the loot cave dungeon. But that requires you buying the 30th anniversary thing.
Oh, also it's Bungie's 30th anniversary, which is cool.
Yeah, I saw the thing in the first for that. Oh wait, who won the Wait, I'm guessing since the snake is golden, that means the hunters won?
Yeah, the
but
hunters
yeah, but
won.
it was a bullshit event. Everybody was just it's not like how the first one was, where it was like, okay, yeah, everybody's just doing their best. It just seemed like numbers were being skewed way too heavily because one side had massive number, and then mathematically unlikely that they should have won, but won anyway. And
Warlocks should have been the winners, or Titans.
well, no, Warlock should have definitely. Titans fucked it too much, but Warlocks mathematically should have won that, and they didn't, even though they were doing a hell of a lot more. It's just Hunters had more numbers. It's a very salty.
Nothing wrong.
No, well, no, no. And I'm glad that Hunters won because now they have reason to like actually do the math on this shit.
They don't care about the math though.
Invaders out.
Like how he went for me and there was like no reason. It's just no legitimate reason.
Actually, no, you are right, because I remember seeing in the forums that a lot of people were pissed off with that Olympics thing that happened. All I kept seeing was like, oh, Hunter shouldn't have won, the numbers were off and everything. I was like, oh, well, I got fucked up twice.
Yeah, it wasn't just Warlocks bitching this time, there was actual reason.
Warlocks just get fucked on all the time. Nothing changed.
Invaders here. Break
Get melted. Get
Unlimited power! Oh my God.
Execute Order 66.
As you command. Did you get weapons of life?
I could use someone like you.
Yeah, I did. I was very confused. I was like, oh, wait, fucking emblem. How am I using the DMT emblem? I didn't use the emblem. Wait back. I'm on my Warlock. I forgot. In that instant, I forgot I was on a Warlock.
I saw you're electrocuting the boss to death.
I was playing the class Palpatine.
I was playing the Palpatine clips.